at the Geneva International Motor Show, and we're going to do a slow walk around of the all-new Polestar 2. This is Polestar's all-new vehicle, and you'll notice that it has 4 doors, whereas the original Polestar had just 2 doors and it was more of a coupe. This is more likely to compare and compete with the likes of the Tesla Model 3. And you'll notice, although it sits high, it's not that large, so that's why I say it'll compare more with the Model 3 rather than with the Model S. Here we have some information. So it says battery electric vehicle, 78 kilowatt hours, 300 kilowatts. This vehicle is equipped with 20-inch wheels. And you'll notice the LEDs are very reminiscent of current generation Volvo products. You also have LEDs running along the top here. And below that says Polestar Pixel Technology. And you'll also notice that it's a projection beam headlamp inside. The projection beam fog lamps as well, with a total of 6 parking sensors. You'll notice on the grille we have a matte black finish with some technology built in, such as a camera and some sensors below that in that black panel. The rear window slopes upward and it looks really nice, especially with the black, gloss black outline around it. As we get to the back, you'll notice a design that we've never seen in other Volvo products before. You'll see we have this red stripe that runs along the bottom and moves right to the top edge. A nice white Polestar badging right in the middle. Black roof. The turn signals are, I believe, right here. The reverse lights are inside them as well. What we'll do is, as you can see, I'm trying to get closer to the car, but I can't because someone's filming right now. So just give me a moment. As we open the trunk, you'll notice the latch for the trunk is down at the bottom, and when it opens, you have quite a large storage space. The tailgate itself lifts upwards like a hatchback, and there's quite a bit of storage space inside as well. It's quite a nice deep space. It's a nice deep space, and you can also use that to kind of
you can see off the divider
separate stuff. So you'll notice he put that divider, and it kind of separates the storage space.
Okay. This one doesn't have it yet. No, this one is not here in the presentation. Lie down there. From the back here also? But from the back? Both or only from the front? Excuse me.
As we step into the rear seat,
Yeah. More in front,
Okay.
those kind of things.
Okay.
So, but I like this view, which is
Yes.
very like
Yeah.
minimalistic,
Yeah,
because you don't need any more information.
Yeah, sure.
Actually.
No, it's clear. It's clear.
And also I like the map view also.
Yeah, map view is nice when you
Yeah.
go just alone. And I have in my Audi, I have the same map view
Yeah.
down there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you can use Assistant to ask for generic questions as well. So you can do like, hey Google, how far is it to the sun?
The sun is 149.6 million kilometers from Earth.
Okay.
And
What's the fastest way to the sun?
yeah, you do that. You must say, hey Google.
Hey Google. What's the fastest way to the sun?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet.
Okay. Let's say, hey Google, show me the way to Lausanne.
I'm afraid I can't find driving directions to your destination.
Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah. Well, that should be. I mean, okay. I know they're getting better these systems, but they.
Yeah. But then since we have connected our profile, I can do like, hey Google, what's on my agenda for today?
Today at 10:30 a.m., visit Mamco. At 1:30 p.m., lunch with Thomas. At 6 p.m., go for a run.
And then I can do, hey Google, navigate to the zoo in Zurich.
Navigating to Zoo Zurich.
Yeah, now it worked.
Yeah. Is it actually connected to the?
Yes.
Because it's always hard on the show to get away.
Yeah.
Just looking for it.
That was just a demonstration of the system working in tandem with Google. So you'll notice over here we have
Hey Google.
pretty unique seatbelts. We have yellow seatbelts. Here's the armrest with two cup holders, not that deep, but they would hold your drink because they have these, I believe they're kind of like latches to hold onto your drink. Here we have rear air conditioning.
Gas station. It's an electric car.
Electric station, charging station. Did I say gas? Yes? Okay, sorry. Charging station.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Don't worry. It's just.
So here we have as well a large panoramic sunroof.
You can use these buttons. Like
Notice how large this is. It falls right
Okay.
behind, right in front of the rear passenger's head.
this one. We also have.
Overall, a decent amount of space back here. Heated seats here as well for the rear passengers.
So here we have.
And even though we're sitting on a lot of batteries, it doesn't feel that way. Sure, you do feel slightly lifted. Sure, you do feel slightly lifted compared to a traditional sedan, but it still has the comfort of a traditional sedan. Like, you wouldn't even realize that you were in an electric vehicle.
Okay. Good.
And then we can actually have different.
So I'm just mesmerized by the size of the sunroof. You'll notice that the Polestar logo is kind of
Can you have phone calls like?
it's kind of
face-
reflected into the sunroof, and that might look really cool, especially in the dark. What's unique about the Polestar 2 is this black pillar that seamlessly blends the windshield into the driver and passenger windows. You'll notice these mirrors are pretty much bezel-less. There's a slim black outline going around them. So here we are on the inside of the Polestar 2, and you'll notice that we have a large gauge cluster. It's all digital. Shows such information as the range, percentage of battery left, as well as a full screen map that fades out towards the edges, which is really nice. So here's another view of the gauge cluster with just the speed and the battery range. And here we have the adaptive cruise control, I believe.
Lot of talking.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to get a demonstration of the infotainment system just to show you guys what the capabilities are. Go ahead.
Yes. So this is Polestar Infotainment System. Let's close the door so we hear what we are saying. Oops, sorry. So it's the Polestar Infotainment, powered by Android. And also we have a collaboration with Google. So we have Google services such as Google Assistant, Google Maps, Google Play Store. Here we have the center screen. It's 11 inch. We also have the instrument cluster, which is 12.3 inch. On the center display we have 4 different tiles. Each tile represents an application. In this case, if I now open here, I open Google Maps. And down below here I have Spotify and media. Up here I can open the 360 camera. We have 360 camera in front, back and on the sides. I can also see my apps and move an app to another tile. So we can move maps, for instance, here. And now we have maps in the down left tile. I also have, let's see, here we have profiles. We have disabled profiles in this car. But if you have a family member, and we have the feature of phone as key, so when you move towards the car, it recognizes you and unlocks the car. And then when you sit down in the seat, we have a sensor, so you actually senses that you sit down and power the car. So the power button is in the seat, literally. So we have no power button. And here we have the car functions. You can adjust steering stiffness. You also can adjust regen, creep mode, ESC, stability control.
What's creep mode?
Creep mode is if you want to, like on a red light, you want to move very slowly.
Okay.
So cars like, regular combustion engine cars, if you have a automatic gearbox, you can actually adjust the speed just by the brake pedal.
Right.
And in this case, you can actually remove the brake pedal and don't use the gas pedal and slowly move forward.
Right, like an automatic car would when you let go of the
Yes,
brake pedal, it
exactly,
slowly moves forward.
exactly.
So turning off creep would put it at a
That's-
standstill when you
yes,
take your foot off
yes,
the brake.
yes.
Got it.
So that's the normal state.
Got it.
Or depending on how you would like to have it. So down here you have the temperature setting. You can have it on driver and passenger side as well if you would like to. In northern climate we can set the seat heat, the steering wheel heat, and the heat seat on this side as well. We have more detailed climate functions here, so you can set the fan level. And on the instrument cluster we have the different modes. So we have core mode, we have car-centric mode, and maps mode.
Can you tell us more about car-centric mode?
Car-centric mode is more like related to car functions. So let's see, what we have now is like the distance to, if you want to adjust which distance you should keep to the car in front of you, that you can see there and adjust it.
So that's for adaptive.
Exactly,
Adaptive.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. That's for the adaptive cruise control kind
Yes,
of. Okay.
yes.
Got it.
And since we have assistant, we also can use assistant for generic questions. We can say, hey Google, how far is it to the sun?
The sun is 149.6 million kilometers from Earth.
And since my profile is connected to this car, I also can ask, hey Google, what's on my agenda for today?
Today at 10:30 a.m., visit Mamco. At 1:30 p.m., lunch with Thomas. At 6 p.m., go for a run.
And then I also can use assistant to ask for navigation. So I can do, hey Google, navigate to the zoo in Zurich.
Navigating to Zoo Zurich.
And while I'm navigating, I can also ask for, like, hey Google, show me nearby charging stations.
Sticking that high, more or less, it goes here, but it's quite, you know.
So here I get a suggestion of charging stations along the route. So I can add one.
Oh.
And I can also set traffic mode and satellite view if I would like to have that.
So for the satellite view, is it downloading the maps in real time or is it stored somewhere?
You can have offline maps as well.
Okay. So it'll pretty much show you.
It's similar as in your mobile phone.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah, so I guess it will download the data for the satellite maps. Got it.
And then here you have the average on battery arrival.
Okay, cool. So it'll show you how much battery you're expected to have
Yes.
when you arrive at that destination.
Yes. And
Nice.
then you also can use these buttons here for like, I'm hungry, so show me restaurants where I am. So that is also possible. And here we have media, so we have Spotify, and we have Harman Kardon system in this car. And I can also use assistant to say, okay Google, increase the volume.
All right.
Or, hey Google, play next song. And then we have different music providers here as well. So I can choose like Google Play Music or Google Play Books also.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much.
thank you.
This has been a look at the all-new Polestar 2 at the Geneva International Motor Show.